the cloud. There we go. There we go. So, I want to welcome everyone to the call. Welcome to the call. My name is Chuck Harden. Excited to get an opportunity to share with you guys this evening. I know someone invited you to the call. You saw a post or you wanted some more information about how you can become a homeowner in 2021. And I know that's one of the American dreams that's always set up and set aside. But for so many people, it's becoming so much of a challenge. So our objective this evening is to give you a little more information about what it takes to be a homeowner and give you a system to help you get there. So we're not just going to give you information, tell you what to do. We're going to give you a system to help you implement it. And the young lady I'm going to have kind of help me out with this call, she's really here in the Atlanta area. I love her dearly. I've known her for many years. Has a true heart of gold and real passion for helping people when it comes to making that first home, that first big purchase. Probably one of the biggest investments you'll ever make, and want to be sure that people do it the right way. So, Mr. Tanya Fisa May, can I bring you to the line to share some of your information as being one of a real estate broker here in the Atlanta area?
Yes, sir. Hello, everyone. My name is LaTanya Fizame. I am a real estate broker here in the great state of Georgia. And I've been in this business, I've been licensed about 19 years, so I've seen it all. But one of the most important things when you think about buying a home and home ownership, of course, we know that home ownership is like a great key to having wealth, right? So that's a great place to start buying real estate. But one of the first things you want to think about when you're thinking about buying a home is your budget. You want to think about how much you can afford. What do you want your monthly payment not to go over? You also want to think about your lifestyle. For instance, if you spoke with the loan officer and the loan officer came back and said, hey, I pulled your credit, you have a great credit score or a not so great credit score, I'm going to approve you for a certain amount. Now you're thinking, wow, I didn't know I could get approved for that much, right? But then he tells you payment, even no matter what your rate is, think about your lifestyle, because what that credit report is going to show them, they're going to show them all of your current debt as far as your revolving credit, your credit cards, if you have a student loans, if you have a car note and different things like that. What it does not tell them is your lifestyle. It does not tell them that you like to eat out 3 times a week. It doesn't tell them that you love to just go on vacation and start a home. It doesn't tell them that. So understand that this is a commitment. It's a great way to accumulate wealth, but understand the full picture, because you're going from being a renter to owning a home. It's a totally different ball game. But that's the first thing that they do. They check your credit. But look at your lifestyle and your budget and what you like to do. Because I always tell people it's great to have a home and to do different things, but get what you can afford, because you want to still accumulate wealth while you're buying a home. You don't want to be what they call house poor, right? One of the best things to do is to have good credit, right? So we'll talk about that in a second. So the second thing is your documentation list, the things that they're going to ask you for. So you're going to have to show them your proof of income. They're going to want to see your check stubs. They're going to want to see your bank statements. They're going to want to see if you have retirement. They want to see proof of income. They're going to ask you for everything. If you get child support, retirement, disability, if you are divorced, you have the divorce decree, they ask for everything. Up front, they may not. But at the end, I always say underwriters, they were born on another planet. They can come out and ask you for something from second grade. I mean, it's crazy. They just ask you for everything. So just make sure your documentation is in order. Number 3, credit is so important, guys. When you're thinking about buying a house, credit is so important. You want to get a conventional loan. There are other loans out there. Now, if you are a veteran, that's totally different. VA, that's totally different. But if you are buying a home and you strictly want to go by your credit, you want to at least be in the 700s, 800s is awesome. It's a whole different world. Yes, you get a home with the lower score. However, your payment will be totally different. Your interest rate will be different. Rates are good right now. Rates are low. The better credit you have, you'll see on the back end how you're going to come out a whole lot better. With the conventional loan, the credit limit, the housing limit for a conventional loan is you don't want to go over $548,000, right? Oh, if you're buying a two-family, it's over 700,000, right? But you want to at least have a 740. I would say you want to have at least a 740 credit score, because your private mortgage insurance is going to be a lot less. If you're putting less than 20% down on a house, you are going to have private mortgage insurance on your loan. Now, if your credit score is lower than 740, say you have a 660, you're going to be paying 2.5% of your loan with that mortgage insurance, versus someone that has 740, they're only paying 0.25% added to their loan. So it makes a huge difference as far as your monthly payment every month and how much you're adding towards your principal to your loan, right? To your
Now, Ms.
home.
Fizame,
Yes, I'm sorry.
you got to break that one down. Private mortgage insurance is insurance that you're paying for them in case you can't pay the mortgage. They get paid,
Absolutely.
but nothing for you.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yes, absolutely. Just like if a person went FHA, normally people with lower credit scores go FHA, but it is a loan that is guaranteed by the government. There is insurance that you're going to pay in addition to. The better your credit score is, the better options you have, right? The less money coming out of your pocket, and you will be so surprised that with a conventional loan, your mortgage, you could be paying less than someone that has a FHA loan, or someone that has a higher rate. You have a bigger house, your house costs more, but your mortgage is less. Just simply because your credit is better.
So definitely good credit is the key. Also, let's see. Okay, debt to income ratio.
That
Now,
part.
yes, right. So we talked about lifestyle, right? So say for instance, I have an example here I'm going to share with you. Say your gross monthly income is $7,000 a month, right? What they're looking at with your debt to income ratio, they want to know your bills, your car payment, your credit card payment. They want to look at all of your bills. So say you make $7,000 a month gross. Your bills, if your bills are say less than 2,500, that's a good, what we call DTI, debt to income ratio. You fall around 33%. That is good. If it's any higher than that, sometimes it can go up to 50%. The only way a bank will let your debt to income ratio be that high is that you have a lot of money saved. You have a lot of reserves. If you have dings in your credit, they're going to want your debt to income ratio to be lower. And what I mean by dings, I mean, if you have some issues, maybe you had a late payment, it didn't really bother your credit score that much, but to the bank, it does not look good, right? So the more money you have, the better. Typically, 20% is good. And that's just for down payment, right? But you want to make sure you have some reserves. Let's see. Closing costs, down payment, reserves, right? Okay. The market in real estate changes, right? Sometimes they say it's a seller's market, it's a buyer's market. I know you guys have heard those terms. Seller's market, it's a seller's market, it's a buyer's market, right? Right now it's interesting because it's kind of both. So, and what I mean by that is, it's great for sellers because inventory is low. It's great for buyers because interest rates are low. The interest rates that we're seeing right now have never been lower. Like, you can get a 2.75% or 2.3%. But guess what? When your credit is good, you can get even lower than that. It's just crazy because some people are still getting loans up to 4%, depending on their credit. Guys, that is a huge difference. It may not seem like a lot with me just saying having a loan with 2.35% versus 3.75%. It's a huge difference in your mortgage. So low credit score, definitely need a low credit score. Reserves, money saved, you're 20% down, and you may also have to pitch in for closing costs, depending on the market. Sometimes you can ask the seller to pay your closing costs, but I will tell you, when the market is good, the sellers will not pay it because they don't have to. Because that house that you want, 10 more people want that house. And they may say, well, I'm going to offer you more than what you're asking, and I don't want any closing costs. They're probably going to take that offer over yours. So you definitely want to have as much money saved as possible. The process is really not that hard, honestly. They're going to ask for copies of your tax returns for the past few years. If you are a 1099 employee, It just really depends. Sometimes they only need a year history, sometimes 2 years, depending on the loan company. But for the most part, just try to have all of your documentation in order. Make sure you have good income verification. Make sure you have money saved and you have documentation for everything. Trust me, I've seen it happen. People don't put their money in the bank, and a week before closing, they say, "Okay, I got the $20,000," and they're like, "Wait a minute, where did this money come from?" Which, no, I had it under my mattress. Well, you can't do that because they don't know if that's drug money. You laundered that, like they don't know where that money came from, right?
Exactly. Like, where did that come from?
Bag of cash.
So we call it, you have to have your money seasoned, right? But I promise you guys, from younger people to older people, you just never know. Stranger things have happened. But you just want a good record of your income and just kind of keeping up with your money, what accounts, and good verifications. But the home buying process is not hard. I think a lot of people kind of stray away from it because they think it's hard. It is not. You just need to sit down with a professional like myself to go over everything. I work with a great team. I have a team of loan officers, a team of people to do home inspections. I have a transaction coordinator once you go on a contract. I have a whole team that helps me do what I do. But my main focus is to make sure people are educated and they understand the process of buying a home. So hopefully I gave you some helpful information.
You did.
And I didn't
give
talk
us.
too fast because I talk fast because I do this every day. So I want to make sure I didn't just.
Oh, you gave us some great information. Actually, what we need were the bullet points to get everything in place. Thank you oh so much, because I know a lot of people just don't know, right?
They don't.
And it's not ignorant. Nothing wrong with being ignorant. That's just a lack of knowledge. You just don't know. But once you got educated, you can now put things to work. So thank you so much. So stick around because we're going to have a few questions probably at the end as we go back through this. And I want to really come back and share with you guys something really simple, because a lot of people think that their situation is really, really bad and they just messed everything up. Let me let you know.
Yeah.
For all of you guys that want to buy a home, I'm sure all of you have your own situations that you have to deal with. Right? You'll say, Mr. Harden, I went through a bankruptcy. I had to go through this. I defaulted on a car loan, all these things that you go through. But there in our country, there's systematic things, a system in place that you have to overcome in order to create that level of financial success that you need. So what I'm going to do very quickly, because my job is to be a financial educator. I want to educate you on things. So that way we have a team of people that's going to help you get financially fit. But we want to be sure we all on the same page. And if we can identify the challenges and the enemies that we have to overcome, it makes it much easier for us to run the same play. So I'm going to share my screen with y'all really, really quickly, because there are 4 financial challenges that you have to overcome to create the level of financial success that we are looking for. So let me run through these really, really quickly. So this is what we got to understand. Inflation, taxes, debt, and big business. These are the 4 challenges that all of us have to overcome, regardless of what we do for a living, regardless of how much money we make, regardless of if we own a property or not. You have to overcome these challenges, and we have a way to help you do that. So first thing we got to realize is, what is inflation? Okay, inflation is actually the cost of living increasing just a little bit every single day. Every day it costs a little bit more to live in our country. So even when you're applying for your loan and the loan officer is looking at, can you afford this home? They're not looking at, can you afford it today? They're looking at, can you afford it 3 years from now? Will you be able to afford it 5 years from now? Because inflation is steady going up where most people's income is staying the same. So in our country, business owners do dictate the price of goods and services. So they can go up on their price whenever they choose to. What we have to be in position to do is actually expand that cash flow to at least match inflation, all right? Now, challenge number 2 is the biggest expense that we all have to pay. Yeah, now I know you think it was your mortgage, but it's not. It's going to be taxes. Tax is going to be your biggest expense, and it even is right now. Because think of all the different taxes that we pay right now, right? Taxes takes the first 1/3 of your income. Because we got federal tax, we got state tax, we got local tax, we got city tax, we got county tax, we got Avalon tax, we got estate tax, we got just cause tax, we got luxury tax. I mean, we tax all kind of ways, right? So our system does not teach you tax evasion. That's not what we believe in. What we believe in is tax efficiency. So just paying what you owe and not a dime more. Because most of the taxes we just talked about, you cannot control. But there are a few of them that you can. And we're going to teach you not just how to control them, but how to maximize it. All right. And because of inflation and because of taxes, we now have debt. And debt, we call that the family curse, right? Because once you get stuck in it, it feels like it just sticks with you, right? And our system that we're going to show you guys this evening is going to show you a way of not just minimizing your debt. We're going to show you a system to 100% eliminate your debt. Because again, Ms. Feast may said, I think it was point number 3, you have to have a debt to income ratio just to get approved. So we're going to show you how to minimize some of those debts that's outstanding right now to put you in a better position so you can be able to get the house that you really, really want. And then, of course, this is the biggest challenge, big business. Big business. We nicknamed this one the money trap. And I'm going to have to look you guys in the eyeball to talk about this one because I really want you to get it. Because if you have experts going to work doing some things for you, we do not need you to be counteracting the work that they're doing. And big business programs us to go out and spend money. I mean, every single month is something new that we go out to celebrate. You know, we're doing a little extra spending. Ms. Feast talked about your lifestyle. There might need to be a little adjustment in lifestyle in order for you to be able to step up to the house that you need. Just think about this, right? Because every month is something. Right now, we're in the month of February. In the month of February, we celebrate Valentine's Day. If you go to the stores right now, it's candy, it's teddy bears all over, waiting for February 14th, Valentine's Day, to show the person that you love them. Let me ask you a question. Should you show the people that you love them every day? Well, why does corporate America make you think you need to spend additional money to show them that on this one particular day? It's part of their system, right? In March, we celebrate spring break. April, we got Easter. May, we got Mother's Day. June, we got Father's Day. July, we got 4th of July. August, we got back to school. September, we got Labor Day, where we celebrate working. Right? October, we got Halloween, an entire industry built on one day. In November, the actual holiday is Thanksgiving. This is when they really come up, because Thanksgiving is all about being grateful and thankful for what you have. But corporate America created Black Friday. They created Cyber Monday, Brown Thursday, just an entire weekend of nothing but spending money. Then in December, we got Christmas. January, we got New Year's. Then we land right back here in February, every single month. And I know someone is thinking, well, I don't celebrate all of those holidays, right? But you at least do 6 out of 12, okay? And that doesn't even include birthdays, anniversaries, graduations, all the ways that we celebrate people. And if you're in a position in life where you're living check to check or very close to it, how do you pay for all that stuff? See, that lands right back on the credit card. See, it have us caught in this vicious cycle that we have to break. And what we have to do is break it in the mindset first. Because if we can shift your mindset, now we can talk about shifting your income, okay? And I'm not talking about the challenges to be negative. I want to point them out to you so you know what we're going to combat, right? Because what we've done, we've been able to partner up with a company called MWR Financial. I want you guys to write this down. MWR Financial stands for Making Wealth Real Financial. And they offer a membership called the Financial Edge Membership. And this membership walks you through a strategy to help increase your cash flow. It's going to help you decrease your debt, and credit restoration is part of the process, okay? So when it comes to income shifting, you now will have access to a team of financial experts that's going to help you become financially fit, all right? Now, with our particular membership, there are 4 different pillars to our membership. So I'm going to explain what each one does, and I'm going to have some of our team members on the line give you testimonies on what it's been able to do for them, right? Then at the end, we're going to take care of any questions. If that's good for you guys, give me a thumbs up. Let me know, because we're moving kind of quick, all right? Sounds good, sounds good. All right, so the first part of the Financial Edge membership is we have Money Max. Money Max is our tax reduction strategy. So once you establish your membership, you have unlimited access to certified financial planners. You have unlimited access to CPAs, to people that are certified with the IRS to help you become tax efficient. As a matter of fact, one of the strategies they're going to teach you is how to properly adjust your W-4. Now, you may not be familiar with your W-4. You're probably more familiar with your W-2 because you get one of those every year. As a matter of fact, I'm sure some of y'all are excited because you got yours this week, right? But if you got a W-2, that means you have a W-4 on file at your job. And the IRS has shared with us that 88% of the country has that form filled out incorrectly. 88%, right? So when we talk about the government taking 1/3 of your income, that's when you get your paycheck, you see the gross amount and you see the net amount. And then you get grossed out by the nets. They done took so much of your money, right? So what we're going to do is show you how to make a simple adjustment to put more of that money back into your pocket. All right. I have a gentleman on the line right now. I want to introduce you guys. His name is Mr. Jared Cheeks. I've known Jared for about some years, right? We went to college together. We went to college together at CAU. Mr. Jared, how you doing, sir?
I'm doing fantastic, Chuck. How about yourself?
Man, I'm doing better than amazing. Do me a favor, Jared. Why don't you walk them through the process of what you did when you worked with the experts and got the adjustment to your W-4 form?
Well, it was a simple process. I loaded up my two pay stubs into the system. I loaded up my prior year tax return. They analyzed my information and came back and told me that I was paying too much in taxes. And so I said, well, what can we do about it? They said, what we'll do is we'll adjust your W-4 form for you. I said, okay, let's do it. So they sent me a W-4 form and email. I then turned around and took that same form and turned it into my job. My very next paycheck, my net, not my gross, my net, what I took home went up $328. Now, I get paid twice a month. So that's $656 I'm bringing back into my household month after month after month.
Come on.
That's what we call breathing room.
That's a little breathing room, right? Now, let me ask you a question, Jared, just so everybody on the line understand. Did you have to work any more hours for that $645?
$656. No, I did not have to work anymore.
No, right? Okay. Did you have to sell any product for that $656?
No.
Did you have to recruit anybody?
Zero.
All you did was have a conversation and got with the experts, correct?
That's it.
Awesome, awesome. Now I have another young lady I want to introduce you guys to. This lady's a rock star. I love Miss Patton because she has such an energy and a vibrancy about herself. Right? But she's been working with us for a few. Now, Jared just been working with us for about 3 or 4 months. Miss Patton been working with us for about a year now, right? So Anita, do me a favor. Could you share with them your experience with adjusting the W-4?
Thank you, Chuck, for this amazing opportunity. I love to share my testimony. Look, before MWR, my check was ate up by the government and everybody else. But once I uploaded my 2 check stubs and my prior year tax return, guys, it put back $709 back on my paycheck a month.
$709.
Yes, sir.
And it's been that way every month since.
Every month since.
That's what you call winning right there. Now, this is the key, you guys, because we're not just getting the extra cash flow to have some extra money. Miss Pat, what was the next thing we did after they walked you through getting the extra cash flow? What did we do with the cash flow?
Oh, I paid off debt, Chuck.
We paid off debt. So let me talk to you about let's talk about the next part of our membership, you guys. The next part is called Equity Max. Equity Max is our debt elimination strategy. Keyword is elimination, and we're not just talking about credit card debt. In this particular system, you input all of your debt. That's credit cards, car notes, student loans, medical bills, anything that can get paid off, you load into the Equity Max system. And they're going to systematically show you a way of paying it off and paying it off in a reduced time frame. And I'm not just saying it's taking like a 30-year mortgage to a 25-year mortgage. You can take a 30-year mortgage down to 12 years, down to 8 years based on your situation, right? So this is an example of how it actually works, okay? So in this particular example, this person has $209,000 in debt. They're currently paying $3,100 every month to pay off that debt. And the creditors have a plan in place. So does Equity Max. When you put Equity Max plan in place, as you can see, they have a way of being able to reduce the time frame by using a simple strategy called debt snowballing. And debt snowballing is paying off debt a specific way to maximize the payment. You guys have to understand your creditor, even though I'm sure you can negotiate a great rate, your creditor's plan is for you to be in debt to them forever. So just using this particular strategy is going to help you with that debt to income ratio, because you can put in the specific debt that you want to pay off in order to bring that number down so you can qualify for a better home. Now, of course, now when I like to always get stories to work with this now. So Ms. Pat, when you went through this process of setting up the time frame, because what I want you to know is how much time did they cut off of helping you become debt free?
They cut off 15 years and 1 month off my
15
debt.
15 years and 1 month.
Yes, sir.
So you're going to be in debt for,
They saved me $75,000 in interest.
come on now. Again, that's called winning, right? So Jared, when you went through this process, how much time did they save you and what your credits have set up for you and how they reduce that down?
Basically, you know, again, a simple process. They took my information and my creditors had me paying off my debt for the next 27 years. The Equity Max put me on the plan to pay that same debt off in 8 years. So they cut 19 years out of my sentence, if you will. and in that 19 years, I'm able to save also like $129,000 in interest.
Wow. So in your particular scenario, did that include the student loans?
Oh yeah.
Did that include the mortgage?
Everything.
Did that include so debt free in 8 years?
Yes.
Again,
yes.
I gotta let you guys know the new free is debt free, right? But again, you gotta put yourself in position to get rid of that debt so you can be able to qualify for the home that you're looking for. All right. And then of course, one thing Ms. Fisa kept talking about and speaking about is credit. And oh, I'm sorry, we got Bill Shredder. I forgot about this man. Bill Shredder. Equity Max gets rid of all of the debt that can be paid off. Bill Shredder helps you with bills that you can never pay off, like your light bill, your gas bill, your cell phone bill. Well, once you have your membership, you have access to professional negotiators that will negotiate on your behalf to help reduce down some of your monthly bills that you're paying right now anyway. Right. So, Jed, which one of those bills were they able to take care of for you?
It was a major bill. It was my bundle bill with cable, internet, all of it wrapped up in one. And so they were able to actually save me $80 a month on my monthly bill for the next 10 months. And then at the 11 months, they're going to renegotiate and try to get me some more money off. So I hit $800. I'll take that.
Yeah, exactly. So it's $88 a month.
$80 a month. $80 a month.
So you got back an additional $645 from our first strategy. You got back an additional $88 from the bill shredder strategy. That's over $750 of cash flow back to you and your family.
That's correct. That's correct.
Did you work with the bill shredder as well?
Oh yes, sir. I'm getting all the benefits of the membership. It shaved $129 off of my AT&T cell phone bill a month.
Wow.
Yes.
$129 a month.
Yes.
So you got $700 back from the first strategy, $129 from the savings of that. So that's $830 of cash flow back into your household that you can now either use to save, to pay off debt, or even someone can use to stack it up for their down payment, right?
Right.
Okay. And then of course, the last part we got to talk about, you guys, is our Credit Max. Credit Max is our credit restoration program, right? We do not do credit repair. Credit repair is like putting a Band-Aid over a broken bone. We do credit restoration where we rebuild and enhance your credit. So not only it goes up, but it stays up. All right. And I'll give you guys my Credit Max testimony because I'm a product of the product as well, right? So I'll be transparent that my credit was not necessarily bad. I already had around the 750, 760 consistently. But I just followed the game plan and uploaded my 3 credit reports and I walked away. That's what I did. Upload 3 reports and I walked away. About 2.5 months later, I got a notification that my credit had gone up to 805. Then it went up again to 811. Then it went up to 817. And now they currently have me at 823 on my credit score. Yeah. That's called winning right there, right? Now, Ms. Patton, when you went through Credit Max, what were they able to do for you?
Listen, yeah. I hope everybody's sitting down on this one because all I did was upload my 3 credit reports: Experian, TransUnion, and Equifax. The first 2 weeks, my score went up 36 points.
Wow.
Now, less than 6 months, My credit score has gone up 209 points, and my husband's score is up 159 points.
Come on now. See, that's winning right there, right?
Yes,
so now we
guess what else?
was
We had to get in on this mortgage thing because the mortgage person just told us that it's a seller's market, right? So we got a house that we're selling, so we get to get all those benefits, and we're buying, and we refinanced and got the 2.25% loan. So we winning.
We winning big, right? And the thing we have to understand is that we have experts on our side. So that's the biggest challenge, is that we're trying to do, most people try to do everything themselves. They say, I can fix my credit myself. I can negotiate my own bills with AT&T. I can do that myself, and it's great because you can. But guess what? You can also fix your teeth yourself, but you still go to the dentist.
You better.
You can also repair your car yourself, but you still go to the mechanic. This is a time where now we're going to lower the ego, right? So we can upsell what we can become financially. Now, the great thing about Credit Max is that it's several parts to it. Credit Max does do all of these things where they take care of you and all three of the credit bureaus. But we also have Smart Credit, which is our credit monitoring system. Credit Max is the credit restoration, where they go to work. Smart Credit, where they actually monitor your credit, because there are 5 different aspects to increase your credit. With both of these systems together, you're able to maximize on all 5 aspects, all right? And just so I know, a lot of people thinking, man, this must cost a lot of money in order to do this. That's why they put us on this webinar. Let me help you out. It doesn't cost a lot of money. It's $79 per month to get everything that we just talked about. And that $79 includes you and your spouse. So they're going to fix both of y'all credit. Y'all ain't got to argue about who's going to get their credit fixed first. They're going to fix both of y'all credit, right? They're going to adjust both of y'all W-4. They're going to help both of you guys eliminate debt. The whole objective of the membership is to help you guys become financially fit. You want to be in the best position possible, because purchasing a home is probably one of the biggest purchases you'll ever make. And we want to be sure that you're doing it and getting the best bang for your buck, getting the best deal out of the whole scenario. All right. So I know we're going kind of quick. We wanted to keep this call at 30 minutes, and we right here at 32 minutes. So we did very, very well. I'm going to stop the recording right now, and we can't open the call up for a few questions, just in case people got some questions they want to shoot out. But want to be sure, let you guys know, if you're looking at the recording, get back with the person that shared this recording with you. Let them know you want to take advantage of the membership. We're in the month of February right now. This is the perfect month, especially if you want to buy something in 2021. Don't miss out, right? Go ahead and start the process now, because everything does take time to build up, right? It's not overnight. It's not a get rich quick thing, but it is a get rich option, okay? So use the membership to the utmost, all right? So my name is Chuck Harden, your Power Build Entrepreneur, empowering you so you can empower everything around you. Talk to you guys soon. All right.